Hi everyone, in this problem the question is to find dy dx. We have to find the derivative with respect to x. So to do this we're going to use something called the quotient rule, which says if you have a function f and you divide it by a function g, you take the derivative. Think of f as your top function and g as your bottom function. So it's the derivative of the top times the bottom minus the top times the derivative of the bottom. And it's all divided by the bottom one squared. So this is called the quotient rule. So here, this top piece is our f, and this bottom piece is our g. Let's go ahead and apply the quotient rule and see what happens. So dy dx, which is the derivative of y with respect to x. So first we take the derivative of the top piece. So the derivative of e to the x, I'm going to put this in parentheses, is e to the x, and then minus the derivative of e to the negative x. So here we have to use the chain rule. So we just write e to the negative x, that's the derivative of the outside, times the derivative of the inside. So the derivative of negative x is negative 1. So this whole thing here is the derivative of the top times the bottom, so just e to the x plus e to the negative x, right? That's just writing the bottom, so this is our g, minus the top, so just write the top, e to the x minus e to the negative x, times the derivative of the bottom. So the derivative of e to the x is e to the x, plus, and then the derivative of e to the negative x is e to the negative x, and then chain rule times the derivative of the inside, so negative 1. And all of this huge mess is being divided by e to the x plus e to the negative x, and it's squared. Let's briefly check our work. You should always check your work when you do a problem like this. It is so easy to mess up. So we took the derivative of the top, so that's e to the x minus, and then this derivative here is a chain rule that gives us a negative 1, times the bottom minus the top, looks okay, times the derivative of the bottom, and then we used a chain rule again, so that gave us the negative 1. All right, so I think we can clean this up. Let's see how we can do that. So this is dy dx. Fun times. Oh, look, this really becomes a plus. So this is going to become a plus, you see here, because it's a minus and a minus. So these are going to be the same. So you can combine these, okay? So this will be e to the x plus e to the negative x, and then it's squared, because this is to the first power, this is to the first power, and when you add the powers, you get 2. Minus, same thing here. This one is going to become a minus, and there's a minus here. So there's a 1 here, there's a 1 here, so when you add the powers, you get e to the x minus e to the negative x squared. And this is over e to the x plus e to the negative x squared. So I suppose you could leave your answer like this, or you could simplify it. I think maybe we should try to simplify it. It looks really pretty like this, but you could probably do something. So how I'm thinking of doing something is as follows. Think of this as a, and then it's squared, minus think of this as b, and then it's squared. So a squared minus b squared is a minus b, a plus b. It's the difference of squares. Now, we could have just distributed here at the beginning, but I didn't want to do that. I thought this was more elegant and cleaner. So now let's just go ahead and use this and then see what happens. So dy dx, it's going to be a, so that's going to be e to the x plus e to the negative x minus b, so e to the x minus e to the negative x. Okay, so just a minus b, did that fast. A minus b, and then a, so e to the x plus e to the negative x plus b e to the x minus e to the negative x, going a little bit faster, over, and then e to the x plus e to the negative x squared. Let me go over that again because it went really fast. So it's a minus b, right? And then a, that's your a right there, plus b, there it is. I hope stuff cancels, otherwise this method does not work. I have not done this problem yet, so, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. So here we have these canceling, okay? And then we have e to the negative x plus e to the negative x. That's going to give us 2e to the negative x, right? Because there's one of these and then there's another one here, right? It becomes a plus. So 1 plus 1 is 2. That's the first piece. Here, we lose these. So we get e to the x plus e to the x. So we get 2e to the x. Yeah, it cleans up really nice. And this is e to the x plus e to the negative x squared. Again, the step I skipped here, let me show it. It's really e to the negative x plus e to the negative x, right? Because this one and this one turn into a plus. And you get 2 of them. Look at this. These cancel. So you just get 4 over e to the x plus e to the negative x squared. And that would be dy dx. That feels very, very correct. It looks nice. I hope this video has been helpful to someone out there in the world.